There's a few times in our, I would call it, pop culture spear space, where we kind of unanimously, I can speak, agree. And if you've been around the internet for as long as I have, that rarely happens. But amongst all this, there are few moments in our pop culture history where we can understand and accept something for how it is and learn to love it. Because today, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Ikuzo. So, the Super Mario Bros. Movie takes place in an alternative Brooklyn, like New York, which is pretty fun, and certain pop cultures have rarely reached the status of notoriety, which something like Super Mario has been able to hit. After 38 years, we're finally getting a movie that can represent what this icon is and what he stands for, which is something that's great in terms of creating a new narrative, giving new audiences a reason to associate and put their own perspective on the character rather than just having a silent character and imagining what personalities or reactions per se. And we've been pretty good in the newer Nintendo stuff. We've seen more of a sort of emotional or reactive Mario in the past couple of years, but there is something different about seeing a character react, move, and try to deal with its surrounding environment. And that is something that this movie really brings a hard context to, in terms of reimagining what the character is, what he stands for, and what his motivations, how you kind of involve. And that's where we get to the root of what this movie is.
Peaches, you're so cool, and with my star we're gonna rule. Peaches, understand, I'm gonna love you to the end. Peaches, 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 I love you, ho, ho. Peaches, 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 peaches.
Now, while a couple of the older fans, or how we call it purists, might have a couple of issues or thoughts or opinions on that matter, I think what really matters most is that this is the direction that Nintendo is sort of pushing us towards, the type of personalities that these characters represent and their sense of, let's call it style. Yes, because this movie is stylish. Something that we really need to talk about is the soundtrack to this. I have his name. I've been hearing it all. What is it? It came out yesterday on Spotify. It's out on Spotify and available for purchase as a vinyl from 8-Bit Dough. So there's that piece of information. But the composer is, come on Spotify, I got you. Oh, I lost him. Don't worry about it. Composer is Brian Tyler. Brian Tyler here. Yes. And there's, oh man, it's we always, well, I mean, I don't know if we is a strong word, but I feel like in the Hollywood industry / specifically the video game industry, we shy away from using the original soundtracks, or how shall we say, sound effects, or yeah, sound effects is the right word, of game properties in movie adaptations. And I'm not sure if that's a logistics type of deal, or if that's like they just want the composer to feel unique, quote unquote. But when you're watching a scene and you hear a specific theme that calls back to, shall it be an older version of the game or a specific type of style of game, and you hear this music and you pop the fuck off, because it is the history again that we've grown up with, but composed, orchestrated, directed, a different blend of an old flavor. And seeing those pop off within the scenes really makes it come together. It would be criminal to not have the sound effects be part of this universe. And I'm looking at you, Sonic. There's maybe, like I said, a sense of not wanting to pay for the content, or maybe just wanting the composers to feel, unique. But there's no denying it. The music, the soundtrack, the sound effects, everything that kind of like pops up here and there will make you feel an emotion, will remind you of a game, and it will sets up the expectations of what we're looking forward to. So that's shout out to that, because that is easily well, as a musician, quote unquote, one of my favorite parts of the film. Just blew me away every time. Good looking out, Brian.
Mario, and the Donkey Kong too. Thousand hoops of Koopas couldn't keep me from you. Princess Peach at the end of the line. I will make you mine. Oh, peaches, 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 peaches.
Fucking Jack Black.
When I love you. Ho, ho.
Okay, let's talk about this plot for a bit. What is happening? Specifically. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The written plot, or the story plot, right? Story elements are a little bit, let's say, not important. And that's stressing that kind of hard. What I mean to say is, when Sonic, again, Sonic being a frame of reference, the first one came out, we knew that he was going to be the character paired up with a human being, or a human group, and a human element, right? And sure, that really helped kind of rationalize what was going on, and feel like, oh, I can see this hedgehog running down San Fran, and that makes sense, I've seen it before. So it adds a different level of immersion per se, so respect it. But at the same time, the plot was in Sonic felt less of a Sonic movie and more of a human movie with a Sonic character in it, and that's what they had to do for this one. That's sure, give or take. Sonic 2, we kind of started seeing them separate that a little bit more and have the human element there, but then have Sonic and Tails separate, and then have this whole Knuckles Sonic Tails element where it was all CGI, and the CGI characters grouping up and doing their own thing. And I think that's where we really hit that stride of, oh yeah, this feels more like a Sonic movie now. Super Mario does this interesting thing where it just knocks it all over the park. And again, we've hired Illumination. We've hired Illumination to do the animation work, and immediately you enter this movie with a sense of disbelief because it's not quote unquote real. But because of that, you can learn to accept what is going on and what is happening in that film a lot easier. Bullet Bills, Superstars, Koopas, and all that. The Mario movie does an interesting thing where they've agreed to the idea of, hey, let's not make this IRL, or else we'd go back to the original. We already have one of those movies, and it's great, by the way. I just saw it recently, and it's a hell of a good time. But yeah, removing that sense of human factor, shall we call it, allows you to really immerse yourself mentally rather than, you know, say referencing IRL. And that's great because with everything that happens and the sort of fun special effects that we see throughout the film, it's, again, it brings it back to the identity of what a Mario film should be. And because we're more focused, shut up, car, fuck out of here. And because we're more focused on the elements of what makes a Mario, yes, we rush the plot a little bit, or maybe some critics, let's call them Rotten Tomatoes fans, might say that there is not a strong plot, or there needed to be more story element. But that's not the point for me. Nintendo and Illumination, I feel, decided that, hey man, we got one shot right now. Let's just focus on the elements that make Mario. The world, the items, the characters, the locations, all that is present. All that is there. All that feels completed, believable, a universe. That is what works for the best, I think. We're focused on expanding or creating a cinematic universe, a cinematic idea of what this universe, this place, these movies should become. And it's looking good, dude. It's looking great. Because, yeah, I think the plot's there. I think the plot was strong enough to carry the movie itself. Like, it's a whopping 1 hour and 30 minutes, which is amazing. Good on you, Nintendo, Illumination, great job. And so it does, I guess you could say that it could feel rushed, the plot. But again, I feel like the real ones, let's call them, are just there being entertained by every element, every callback, every moment that, like, yo, that's that one thing, yo, that's that one sound or a sound effect from that one game, yo, that's that one character in the back. All that makes this feel like a Mario movie. Not a film, a dedicated Mario movie. And that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Goddamn, did it, Nintendo. And speaking of characters, let's go down to the lineup. Who are these characters? And are they really who we think they are? Or they are? No, I get. Yes, the characters themselves in this film, like I said earlier, feel fleshed out element of the characters. I really enjoyed it. I think Chris Pratt, for all the crap that we gave Chris Pratt online, he did a pretty damn good job. The accent came through. It's like a little bit of a Brooklyn hint. But real talk, and then I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'm just saying what I'm saying. It low-key reminded me a lot of Peter Griffin. Shut the fuck up, Claire. I got a sense of, shall we say, pride from Mario that I don't think I've ever felt before. Like, this guy that, like, has been through a lot, or been through enough, let's say, but still just has this heart of steel and just kind of like keeps at it and really goes for it. And that was really cool to watch. You know, you don't really get that sort of emotional feedback when you're playing through 3D world and you're just like long jumping into a dark hole when you die. But yeah, seeing him kind of react and have funny quippy snapbacks at the other characters and having a sense of wit was really cool. Yeah, man. Seeing Mario kind of like really express himself, that's the word I'm looking for, was pretty cool, man, because you don't really get the sense of character. Again, we know the sound effects that he makes and sort of, I don't know, emotions or whatever he does, but to see him kind of quip back at people and make funny jokes or like have a funny, quirky response to a Mushroom Kingdom that he's like experiencing was really cool, man. It brings a sense of gravity to the character, and it's like, yo, man, all this is happening and it's a lot going on, but got things to do, bro. So let's keep on going. And I really respected that. I think they did a really cool job with giving him more substance as a protagonist. Definitely made it very seem like the stakes were real, and he really had a reason to give a damn per se. But yeah, love that. Charlie Day as Luigi killed it, man. Killed it. Every quip and him really bringing out that side of like, yo, I don't want to do this, man. But also having that side of like, nah, dog, you got this. Got trust in Luigi. He did a great job on that. And Princess Peach was maybe not as much as the final Fallout or whatever, but again, we've talked about this before. Anya Taylor-Joy, fucking beautiful, killed it, crushed it, voice over, did a great job. It gave this character a sense of strength that honestly is just, I don't think we've ever seen before. We're always saving the princess, but in this moment, in this universe, this princess will kick her ass. And I love it. So yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy fucking crushed it. Good job, kid. I love it. Let's keep on going. And yeah, Donkey Kong and Seth Rogen. The last time I saw Seth Rogen was in the film The Fabelmans. It was a great film, and he was kind of an asshole in that one in terms of like, I know what you're doing, kid. Back the fuck up, type of deal. But I can see how that film really made sense to bring out this cocky, what are they calling it? Bimbo? No, not bimbo. A boybo? No, there's a himbo. And this type of character is like, yeah, Donkey Kong, oh yeah, or something like that, or whatever. But yeah, it really brought a sense of like whippiness again to this character that, from what I imagine, was just kind of like a DK. I saved the day. I saved my banana, and that was it. But again, we're giving the we're giving Seth Rogen a lot more credit, and yes, he has a lot. So we also did a good job of building up this rivalry between Mario and Donkey Kong, which is ages history at this point, but it gave it a cool context, and it also gave him an out to be like, you know what, kid, you ain't so bad. But yeah, I absolutely love the character interactions, especially when we're talking about the Koopa King. Jack Black being Jack Black. Did it again, Jack Black. He fucking did it again. With a performance that steals the show. Absolutely incredible. How even though it's just Jack Black, he brings the fire. He brings the spicy meatball. And which is what I ate at the Universal Studios, by the way. Bowser Spicy Meatball Challenge. And then, so yeah, it's Bowser, I think, was the most in line with what we kind of come to know him. He's always been like this big baddie, but he's always been kind of a goofy baddie deep down. And yeah, Jack Black just killed it. Just freaking crushed it. And I can't remember how long it's been since we had an original Jack Black single. Peaches, coming to an iTunes store near you, baby. Good shit. So, should you watch the Mario movie? At the end of the day, if you have any affinity towards the character, the series, let's just call it the series. Even if you don't, at the end of the day, this is a kids movie. Nothing too serious, nothing too strong. Well, I guess there's a couple lines in there. Luma, looking at you, Luma. Give me Rosalina. Give me my baby girl Rosalina. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's a kids movie. Don't go in expecting to learn a life lesson like a Pixar movie per se. There are things that you can pick up on, and it has a point, but it is a kids movie, but it is a kids movie filled with nostalgia that 80% of the kids will not understand unless they grew up with, like, you know, NES or stuff like that, or they have the Nintendo Switch Online consoles or whatever. All of that proves or shows, or all the callbacks, you know, really proves that they knew what they had. Illumination and Universal's and Nintendo knew exactly what they had, what they were working with, and I think they know that. It's a great movie. It's a lot of fun, lots of laughs. I saw it twice at this point. Probably gonna watch third time with my nephews tonight maybe. But yeah, it just 1 hour and a half just goes by so fast. The jokes are everywhere. It's a funny movie. It's very entertaining. The animation is on point, top-notch quality. There's a water scene with I don't want to spoil too much, but a water scene, and the animation of the waves, oh my god, crazy, man. Good stuff. With so many Easter eggs and music quips to send you back. If you have that nostalgia, this movie is gonna do so much shit to you. You ain't ready, son. But yeah, that's kind of my take, man. You can enjoy this no matter what. I honestly believe that anybody can walk into this movie and have fun, but it, again, the plot isn't, you know, Martin Scorsese type of level writing. This ain't no Quentin Tarantino film, but it's a good ass film. So yes, go watch. See it in 3D, or better yet, see it in 4DX. Just fucking wait until that final scene, those final scenes with explosions and all that. Oh fuck. Shit. Hey, I'm just another nerd on the other side of the planet. So let me know what you think. Have you seen the Mario film? Are you excited? Are we finally getting to this new age of video game cinematic history? Because they just announced Pac-Man? No. They just announced a movie. I just can't remember what it is. Damn. Among Us. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. Kind of where I'm at with that. So hey, if you haven't seen it, please go check it out. Support this film. I cannot wait to see where we go from here. There is a end credit scene that will give you a sight or hindsight or glimpse into what direction they're planning on taking the second one, and I think it's gonna be good. I think if they adapt this storyline, it's pretty damn cool. So we'll see where they go from here, and I do expect a trilogy. So buy those tickets. Let's make this shit a grand slam, and yeah, let's look forward to more content. Until then, I'll see you guys, ladies, later. Ciao. Bye bye. This one is for my one true love, Princess Peach. Just kidding, it's Rosalina. Peach, you're so cool, and with my star we're gonna rule. Peach, understand, I'm gonna love you till the end. Peaches, 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 I love you. Oh, wow. Peaches, 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 peach, I love you. Oh, Mario and Luigi and a Donkey Kong too. 1,000 troops of Koopa couldn't keep me from you.
Princess Peach at the end of the line. I will make you mine. How? Peaches, 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 I love you. Oh, peaches, peaches, peach.